Syracuse Basketball is 2-0. They've won both their games by a bajillion points, but they are not perfect. Let's get into it. This comment from Jeffrey. Look, it's early, but we must fix the weaknesses now, like free throw shooting, in which they practice 100 free throws, and you need a good percentage to leave practice, i.e., 80%. Jeffrey, why are you being so negative, man? Syracuse basketball is so good. Why are we talking about the lack of free throw shooting right now? Why are you being so negative? Obviously, Jeffrey, I'm just playing because I completely agree with you. Syracuse basketball from the free throw line this season is shooting 59.5%. So it doesn't start with a 6. Not good, obviously. Surprisingly, though, there are 3 teams in the ACC that are worse than Syracuse at the free throw line currently. Those teams are Virginia, Boston College, and Georgia Tech. But regardless, the free throw shooting has been a problem that has occurred in both games. You think about some of the early warning signs for Syracuse. In the first game, it was the free throw shooting wasn't great. And it was the 3-point shooting that was certainly off. In the second game, the 3-point shooting was actually okay. They shot 38% from the 3-point line. I think we'll take 38% regardless of the competition. 38% is more than okay. That's above average for a team. The turnovers were an issue against Delaware State, in part because Nate George just did not have a very good day at the office, so to speak. That could be corrected over time. They didn't have a lot of turnovers in the season opener against Binghamton. They only had 5 in that game. But the free throw shooting was a problem again in the second game. And to prove my point, against Binghamton, Syracuse shot 11 of 16 from the free throw line. That's less than 70%. It's not too far off from 70%, but it's still less than 70. That's not very good. And in the second game, they followed up with 11 for 21 at the free throw line. That's about 50%. I don't know really what analysis I could provide about it. Is it the depth perception of the dome and how everyone's getting used to it? It could be. But at the end of the day, you're a Division I basketball player. I don't really want to hear it. Like, just make your free throws. How about that? I mean, you shoot 100 free throws in the gym, fine. Shoot 100 more. Then shoot 100 more after that. I don't want to go through the whole history of Syracuse and free throw shooting, but that needs to be corrected moving forward. So you're right, Jeffrey. Even though Syracuse has looked amazing through 2 games, when they're going up against better competition, every point is going to count, especially against Houston, where points are at a premium. So make your free throws. Final comment here, this one from Tim. This one is fascinating. Let's get into it. I can understand Donnie not wanting to leave the game, but I know a lot of coaches will pull a player after 3 fouls, if even for only a few minutes to get his head right. Suppose they were playing Houston and he says no, but then picks up his 4th foul right away. I think the best situation would be to do as the coach asks. Tim, I am going to respectfully disagree with you here, and there's a reason why I'm going to respectfully disagree. But before I get into my point, let's provide some context here, because many of you might not be aware of the moment that we're necessarily talking about here. I mentioned it in the post-game show, so you can go back and rewind, and I actually called it my favorite part of the game. It was in the second half. Syracuse was up 28 points, but Donnie Freeman committed his 3rd foul. And after he committed his 3rd foul, he was really upset. And he did not want to come out of the game. He was screaming, no, no, no. You could hear it on the broadcast. That's how loud he was screaming. I mean, think about how loud my voice can get. I mean, now imagine how loud Donnie's voice is if you can hear him very clearly on the broadcast feed. Just saying. Donnie was adamant that he did not want to come out of the game. And Adrian Autry left him in the game with 3 fouls. Here's the thing, and this is why I disagree with Tim. I love the mentality that Donnie Freeman showed there. The fact that Donnie Freeman did not want to come out of the game. The fact that Donnie Freeman was demanding to stay in the game. That's the mentality that I believe every player should have on Syracuse basketball. That when you're on the court, you want to be on the court. And that when you're on the bench, you want to be on the court. But ultimately, Adrian Autry is the head coach. He makes the decisions. He is the one that has to determine whether or not he wants to listen to his player or make the decision and say, you know what, Donnie, I don't care that you want to stay in the game. You're coming out of the game because I feel it's best for the team. He's the ultimate decider. So ultimately, it's not about whether or not Donnie Freeman should listen to Adrian Autry. It's really about Adrian Autry needs to make the decision. Because if Adrian Autry said in that moment, Donnie, I don't care. You're coming out of the game with 3 fouls. You can't be in the game with 14 minutes left. Then Donnie Freeman doesn't have a choice. He has to come out of the game. So that's why, Tim, I understand your point. I think it's a valid point, but I disagree with you on it because Donnie Freeman should have that mentality of wanting to be on the floor. It's just that Adrian Autry makes the decisions. So if Autry wants to take him out, Donnie has to come out. Simple as that. The buck stops with Adrian Autry.